welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. This video, again, ocean inspired, and it's inspired by a video that hasn't even come out yet on my channel because it's taken a long time. The mold I'm going to be using is the round coaster mold from Moulds and Shapes with the edges, and of course the direct mold will be linked below, and I'm using this one because it is perfect for the depth that I need. I'm going to be doing 2 layers in this project, and we're going to start off with a clear layer of shells and starfish. The resin we're using is Apex, again all linked below. Now the video that this was inspired on, I'm actually creating something using the napkin ring holder mold from Moulds and Shapes, and it has taken days, guys, days to actually work out where I'm going with it, what I want to do with it, and trust me, it has been a process. But the layer from the results from the very first layer, I fell so in love with, and honestly I could have left it there, but I wanted to try something else, and I thought, well, I'm gonna have to make a bigger version of this because this is beautiful. And that is where we ended up making these coasters. So I figured, hey, why not? I've got the time. The beautiful thing about Apex resin is that it cures so fast for me. Like, my craft room is so hot at the moment. It's not the ideal temperatures, to be honest, to be working with resin, but it means that I can get a layer poured first thing in the morning, and just a few hours later it's cured and I can get the next layer on. And because the napkin rings just feel like they're taking years, yeah, this worked a dream. So once I've mixed my 2 parts AB Apex resin together for 5 minutes, I then pour them into each of these molds, and I still, even though it's already hot, I still hit it with a heat gun. This is gonna A, get rid of all those air bubbles that you saw because I didn't mix slowly, and B, it's going to aid the curing process, which means I know I can come back upstairs in just a few hours and get the next layer on, and that's one project done in a day, and that kind of thing makes me happy. First up, going in are the starfish. Now, I bought this kit of miniature seashells. You guys know I've used this multiple times in the last few videos, but the starfish, I mean, they crumbled. I don't think I'd do that again. I definitely wouldn't buy from that supplier. I don't know if it's just a thing with starfish. I'm gentle with them, like so delicately gentle with them. But very few arrived fully intact that I could use. Now, you can use them just going off the edge of a mold or something like that. You know, the broken bits don't have to be seen. But I wanted full starfish in these coasters, and I only had 2 that were usable. It's just such a shame. Like, let me know what your experience is with buying dried starfish to use in projects, and let me know, yeah, where you get them from. But I definitely won't be using that supplier again. Now, I have, of course, sped this up for you. My plan was scatter the seashells throughout. I don't want these filled with seashells, although that would be gorgeous as well. So gorgeous. I just want them to have a nice equal spacing in between them. Now, I was going predominantly for the paler ones. I've got some dark seashells in these, and I was only putting 1 or 2 darker shells in each coaster. For the majority, I want them to be the pure white ones, you know, the really creamy white beautiful seashells. That was what I was going for because I knew from the results of my other video that's not out yet I knew that white seashell pops against a dark blue background, and yeah, I could not wait to see the results of these. I didn't necessarily count how many shells are in each coaster. I just eyeballed it, and I stopped when I was happy. As soon as I was happy and I was done with all of the seashells and doing all of the things, I decided to add some of these chunks of abalone stroke crushed shell pieces in the most neutral shade, just so that they would tie in with that gorgeous, calming, neutral palette from the seashells as well. So again, no real rules. I was just finding gaps. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pay too much attention. I didn't spend too much time. I was like, wherever there's a gap, there's gonna be a piece of shell, and we'll see what that works out like. I didn't necessarily need all of these to go in, but I thought, why not? we're here. We might as well. My ocean series is coming to an end. The next video is it. It's the finale. I'm not saying it's the best, but it will be the last summer themed ocean video on my channel for 2025. Next up will be autumn, and I've already started filming, and I can't tell you how full my soul is right now. It's full up, guys. I cannot wait for my autumn season to start on my channel, even though it's probably still going to be 30 degrees outside. Okay, so this is just a few hours later, and it's time for the second coat. Now, here's the thing. I got so ahead of myself here that I forgot. I didn't really deeply think about what it was that made the napkin ring stand out for me. What it was that made it so special. I wanted to recreate it in a coaster. And all I kept thinking was, well, it's got a glitter background. It's got a glitter background. So we'll just go with all of the glitters. Now, I've got this gorgeous blue glitter from Crafty. I worked with Crafty lately, which was beautiful. Still got some of their glitter left. I've also put in quite a bit of the Hemway blue glitters. Any blue glitters, guys, chuck it all in there because you get your own mixture. It's unique. No one else will have that mixture. And yeah, this was my plan. Now, for any gaps, sometimes sometimes glitter sinks, so you get clear resin results. I don't want that, of course. If I do get that, hopefully I won't, because I do pack my glitter in. But if I do get any clear resin results, then that blue azure alcohol ink will just, I guess, hide it. It will disguise it. So if you're ever using glitter and you don't necessarily want clear resin to show, add in some color and it will just tone it down. It will disguise it somewhat. If that glitter does decide, you know what, I'm just going to sink to the bottom. I was confident mine wouldn't, because you guys know me. If you've been with me more than any time at all, you will know that when I use glitter, 99% of the time, I like to pack my glitter in, and I mean pack it in to the point where there's barely any resin. You know, I want it to be absolutely saturated in glitter, and yeah, that's how I like to use glitter. So I'm hoping that this glitter will not sink and we won't get a clear background, but you never know, just in case. 24 hours later, it is time to demold, and I immediately thought something didn't look right. It wasn't what I was expecting. And because I don't know why my brain is doing it, but I completely forgot the crucial step of putting down a dark blue transparent layer. So these seashells in the medallions, they're in clear, but then they're backed in dark blue transparent. Then they've got a little bit of glitter sprinkled on the back. Like, why did I go full on, like, sergeant mode with the glitter? I don't know. I'm not taking anything away from them. They are pretty in their own way, but they're definitely not the results I was looking for. They're just not. Again, look at them. I think they're gorgeous. Mermaids. I want to say if mermaids existed, they'd live in these coasters, but we all know mermaids exist, guys. So mermaid heaven is how I can describe these. Like, they look like shimmery, stunning, glittery mermaid scales, and the crystal clarity is what I love about these. Each and every shell, the starfish, there's not a single air bubble to be seen, and I'm obsessed with the clarity of the Apex resin. Like, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It is a stunning resin. Now, at this point, because they didn't come out the way I wanted them to, I needed a little something. But this was an immediate nope. Now, I bought these from Amazon recently. Don't know why, because I knew my Ocean series was ending, but they'll go in my box for next year. They're stunning. Absolutely beautiful, metallic edged, holographic ocean stickers. The jellyfish are wow, absolute wow. But obviously they don't work here. It's too much. They just don't work. They don't blend. It's too much information on the eyes. So I thought I'd put them down and have a play and see what they look like, but it was a definite no-no from me. I think these guys would look absolutely stunning. Imagine these in a clear layer of resin, and then you back that resin with another clear layer and do the cling film technique and use the dark blue intense chameleon powder from Let's Resin, the dark blue intense. It would be stunning. So what would you do, guys? Would you use vinyl words? Would you use a vinyl decal of some kind, a vinyl image? Because for me, these are pretty enough. They're pretty enough. They're just not enough, if that makes sense. They need something to bring them to life, because I completely forgot that clear blue layer that was going to give them the life that I was looking for. So yeah, tell me in the comment section what you would do. Would you just go full on now and put a slogan on there like what I've done before in the last few videos, you know, beach life, take me to the beach, or anything? Or would you cut out maybe a vinyl image of a seashell, put that on top? I think maybe that would clash. It's so hard sometimes. It's like I need you here. I need you all in the room with me. Like, how would you finish these off? Or would you leave them in their simplicity? Or would you use a silver metallic pen and do the edges in silver? So many options, so many ideas. Let me know in the comment section down below. Either way, I hope you feel inspired. And I will see you all for the very, very last ocean video in the next session. It might, hopefully, if it makes it, guys, because I still haven't finished it, but you never know. It might be autumn next. Who knows? We're all just living on the edge. I'll see you all then. Bye.